Anybody have anything on their minds they want to ask?
Yeah, I was thinking back to your comment about an hour ago about the kinds of videos that people make. A lot of advice I get as someone who has multiple, like everyone, multiple lives and multiple skill sets. I'm constantly told to niche down and choose one thing and just keep doing it. And particularly as someone who doesn't have a large following yet, they're like, just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I want to see on your profile like the same angled face or whatever it is you're doing, same color scheme, whatever it might be. And I find that really frustrating because I think, you know, we're all much more multifaceted than that. But in reality, people, strangers who are looking for a particular kind of thing, like I love hearing covers from 90s bands that sound like they're in a reggae format or whatever it might be. You know, I like skateboard videos with this particular style of music in the background. And that really doesn't suit me as a person. I think once you're at the level of, you know, the artists you shared or ones that already have hundreds of thousands of followers, then I think you have the bandwidth,
luxury.
I guess.
Yeah, luxury of doing whatever you want, right?
Yeah. Would you say, you know, would you ever suggest, John or David, like particularly in the early stage, to try and niche down and do the same thing over and over again a few times, or well,
you have to, like, artists hate to hear this because artists don't want to be told what to do, right? Artists want to just make their art and whatever that means. But you have to kind of get known for something, right? Like, you know, think of it this way, when let's say a local promoter or a local talent buyer is booking a headlining artist, a big name artist, and they want to put local support on that lineup, they need to know who they can reliably pair with that lineup that would fit the vibe in the genre, and the same audience that would want to see the headliner would enjoy seeing the opener or the support act, right? Music festival lineup. Let's maybe talk about like a multi-genre music festival, and each stage is a different genre or something. Like, you want to play this festival, where do I put you? What stage do I put you on? If they're confused by what they see when they look you up, they're not going to know what to do, and they probably will just move on. So it's in the very first podcast episode I did was with one of the biggest talent buyers in LA in this dance and electronic world, and I asked him, I was like, be honest, like, do you look at social media when you consider who you book? And he's like, I hate to admit it, but I do. And so he's like, yeah, on my browser, I'll have like one tab open that's like an Instagram profile, and then another tab open that's like Spotify or SoundCloud. And they'll be like looking at those two things and trying to get a sense of, if they don't know them already, who this person is and what their vibe is and what kind of music they put out. So, you know, your online presence is really going to matter, and your consistency in everything you do does really matter. And if you don't want to be known for one single thing, then you have to make an effort to show people that you're not one single thing. But it does make it a little more complicated to get opportunities, I would say, right? Like, if you're shopping music around, you know, generally you want to shop music to labels that fit your style, or you fit your song fits their style, right? So it's all trying to match everything. Once you get to a certain level, yeah, you can kind of like, you still want to cater to your audience, but like, and again, I hate to keep using electronic as an example, but like, there's some really big name DJs that make a lot of money and tour all around the world, and they got known for one thing when they were coming up, a certain sound, a certain style, and now they just play whatever the fuck they want. Like, if anyone knows who this guy John Summit is, he's like the face of dance music right now. He like started as, he's just like, he worked like an accountant job, you know, he's kind of like a bro. He got known for this genre of house music called like tech house, and now he'll joke around being like, I'm gonna play dubstep, it's Wook Summit tonight, or I'm gonna be techno tonight, Techno Summit, like, get ready for it. And like, his fans will just go see him because they know him and they like what he does, you know. So I do personally think, as much as we don't want to admit it or say it as artists and creatives, like we do have to really build a brand around ourselves. We have to like an exercise. Sorry, this is a long answer, but an exercise that I do with my clients oftentimes is like a branding exercise. And what I have them do is I have them name a couple of their favorite artists. And then I'm like, okay, use like 1 or 2 words to describe their sound and their vibe and their brand, like using as few words as possible, like a single word, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, pretend you're trying to get one of your friends to go see them live. Like your friend doesn't know who they are. They have, limited places to spend their time and money. Why should they go see this artist? Like sell me on them or sell your friend on them, right? And then pitch, and then like, what do you admire about this artist? And then do that exercise with a few of your favorite artists, and then try doing it for yourself, right? Like, can you effectively do that for yourself? Can you describe your sound? Can you describe your brand? Can you convince people to come to your show? Why should they come to your show? Why should they spend money on you? Why should they spend their free time going to see you? That kind of stuff, right? If you can confidently answer those questions, you're probably in a good place. And if you can't, it's okay. It takes time to figure that stuff out. It could take years to develop a sound. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, excellent. Very thank you for your honest answer.
Yeah. Where in Australia are you, by the way?
Right now in Adelaide, which is like the southern part of Australia.
Yeah. I spent a semester in Brisbane, in Brizzy, up at UQ. So
Cool.
Special place in my heart. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that was a great answer. It does take a while sometimes to develop your identity, your brand, and be able to describe easily to people or show people quickly and easily what you're all about. But that's all my favorite artists, probably yours too. Like like and trust them because you've seen them over and over again doing the same kind of thing. You resonate with it. You know what you're getting. The only thing I would add to that is like if you're trying to do a niche or a niche that is, if it feels right for you and you like doing it, keep doing it. But a lot of artists do change over time. So I would say if you're not happy doing it and it doesn't feel aligned with where you want to go, like I wouldn't be afraid to shift gears and you might lose some followers, but you'll also grow in a more authentic direction, which will actually give you a better foundation going forward, maybe.
1000%. You are not locked in anything. That is also something that I really make sure to hammer is like whatever your brand identity is today, it could change in 5 years, right? Like where you want to be now, like that's why goal setting is really important too. And knowing what your why is really important too. Like laying the foundations of all this stuff and like having a clear vision. Maybe you don't know what your goals are. Maybe you don't know where you want to be in 5 years, but like close your eyes and visualize. I know it's a little woo-woo-y, but like if you can close your eyes and picture where you are and what you're doing, that can like help guide everything you do. I mean, my example that I always share is like, I love traveling. I love music. I want to run my own show. I want to be able to build a sustainable business and help artists from anywhere in the world. So when I first did this last year, when I was starting this business, I was like in the Philippines or something. I'm on my laptop. It's a beautiful tropical setting. I'm on a Zoom call with an artist, and then I'm going to take a break to go scuba diving, and then I'm coming back and working on music. Like
was that the imagined reality, or was that actually the reality?
That was the vision. That's what I'm working towards.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
No,
so
I agree. And like seeing stuff, like planning and visualizing kind of what you want, getting clear on what you want is so important. You're planting those seeds in your brain, and your subconscious will kind of help direct you towards that.
Yeah. And I've gotten a variety of answers. I've gotten on stage in front of 60,000 people at a sold out arena. I've also gotten, I have a dope house with a dope music studio, and I'm sitting there working with dope artists and helping them produce music all day.